everyone. I'm Tina Banks.
And I am Jeff Banks with a special guest today.
B-Rax or Braxton Banks.
Braxton Banks, the youngest of the Banks boys. Glad to have you with us, Braxton.
I'm glad to be here.
And welcome to Bankable Connections, where we create connections that create wealth. So Braxton has a topic that he wants us to discuss today. So let's go, Braxton.
Yes, I currently live in Atlanta, and the best part about the city is all of the adventures you get to have and the things that all the people that you get to meet, all these activities. And with the good, you have the bad, and with the copious amounts of good that you get, there's always the opposite. And so I was wondering, seeking advice like I normally do, how do you find stability when you're dealing with all the bad and can't see much of the good? So passing this question off to you all, and thank you in advance for your answers.
Very good question.
Okay, you want to start?
I'll let you start with it.
Okay, to start off, I would think your ground support would be that's going to help you. Your 5 closest friends, because the average of those 5 people is kind of where you're going to fit in. So if you have 2 extreme to the right and 3 extreme to the left, you're probably going to be right there in the middle somewhere. Or if all of them are to the right, you're probably going to be to the right. If you're all of them to the left, you're going to be to the left. So having stable, positive people around you, however you surround yourself, that's going to make a difference in times of crisis. So when you need help, since you're so far away from us, those people who are positive influences in your life, when you reach out to them, they'll still be a positive influence. If they kind of waver a little bit, you can count them sometimes, and you can count them. You can't count on some people. Then when crisis hits you, they're probably gonna flee, or be like, I can't help you, bruh. You on your own. So in a time of crisis, I would start with that. Start building that up, building up some really good people around you. Distance yourself away from the ones that, I'm not just like cut them off, because people change too. People mature, but build up the ones who you can count on down the road. Be strategic. Start playing chess with it. What about you?
Well, I would say that, Braxton, when you first left to go to Atlanta, I gave you some words in a card, and it just said one phone call away. So you can always use that one phone call away card, and you have since you left. Yeah. But I just say that the one that brings you to these situations or times of crisis would be the one that can help see you through the situation. So it's just getting somewhere to get quiet and removing distractions to where you can hear the set of instructions clearly. And so sometimes removing those distractions may involve having some quiet time, having some prayer time, having some time of fasting and prayer. And like Dad said, you may have some people in your area, which maybe it's your 5 set of people. If you don't have them, you have them back here at home. Or it could be new people that you have, like your new church, that you're able to lean on in time and just kind of hear the guidance from the Holy Spirit on next steps and what to do. Because you know that you're fully protected on every side. So there's no weapon that's coming that's going to form. So it's just navigating the next piece of the puzzle and seeing what that looks like to get you through the time of crisis.
Gotcha. I appreciate that. You're very right and stable in your answers. Thank you both. But for somebody who's going through something right now that they can't, they don't have that outlook or they don't have that friend group, like, do you just throw the Bible at them and tell them good luck, or like what are some like methods that you have personally went through that would allow you to, you know, show somebody else the other side, like not giving them a fish, but like teaching them how to fish out of their situation?
All right. So I was just thinking about this too, especially like if they are not Christ-centered. I mean, you know, most people who end up in a lot of situations find themselves in a situation because they aren't following that path. Because a lot of times when they do follow the path and they find themselves in a situation, they are already rooted and grounded and, you know,
They know how to move.
they know how to move. But there's some things like if I was in a situation and I didn't have a friend group that I could depend on, I'm far away from home, then I would probably seek
Join the military.
seek books, read. I was saying this yesterday. There's a wealth of information that's out there that people are just passing along because they don't want to hold it in, and
Trade secrets.
yeah, like ways to save, like strategies on how to get through things, and you don't have to be super religious to follow it. A lot of things are easy, depending on the author. That's why the library is so important. A lot of people don't have money to go and like Barnes and Noble and buy some books, but you got those same books in the library where you can read it, you could check it out.
Yeah.
So that would probably be my go-to thing. I'm going through this. Let me find a book on it.
Yeah, and I would just say, like, with this day and time, it's so much technology and information at your fingertips. Most people just put in like a Google search, like how have people got out of crisis, or what are some resources that I can do to get out of this. I think it's all in it. It's in your mindset too, because some people are just like, oh, woe is me, but then you hear some people's stories of, oh man, you know, I got to get out of this. It's not going to be another year that I go through this. So what do I need to do? And then they would just be like, well, I got my income taxes coming, so I'm going to use that money and I'm going to put this down on some land and generate money, or I'm going to put this down on my website and get my LLC and get this going so that I don't end up in the same place. This time next year is going to look different for me. So, you know, it's just different resources and strategies. But I think until we make it up in our mind, like, okay, this is it. Like, maybe I've been here before, but even if you haven't been here before, you make up in your mind, like, I'm never going to be caught like this. You know, like with a situation we had with childcare a few weeks ago, and they were talking about, we're not paying y'all money. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm never going to be caught like this. What do I need to do to keep me from being in this same situation? And that's what I'm going to do. So that's where I am now with like a time that it feels like a time of crisis, which in our mind, we know we're fully protected. So it's not really going to come nigh us and affect us in a certain way. But we're still, even though we're in this world, we're not of this world, but we're still in this world, you know. So that's just a personal relationship story that I can relate to, like a time of crisis.
That's good. I think that'll help somebody because, you know, they don't know the numbers game of what it looks like, you know, what you're telling, but they can feel your spirit when you're saying it. Like, this ain't no little boy playground, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think my suggestion, if I was in a crisis and, you know, I don't know what to do, I don't know where I am, I don't know how this is gonna work, I first get still. Because, like, if you moving around trying to figure it out, you're not going to go nowhere. You're going to go nowhere fast, actually.
Exactly.
And
that's good.
I think the second thing I do is a skill assessment to see, like, how I can help somebody else. Because that's the only way you're going to make money is helping somebody else. Because the money that you need is in somebody else's pocket. And your job is to figure out how you can be of service to get that, or what connection can you make with someone to alleviate their pain and alleviate your pain as well. So at this point, to the books thing, I would look at negotiations, and to the personal aspect, I would look for a mentor ASAP. You ground both of those things, you're going to be successful real quick, in my personal opinion. I suggest you go try it out for yourself.
All right. Words from the wise here.
I have another question. It's not as like heavy. What is the best ice cream flavor in your opinion? Something like. There's a wrong answer, in my opinion.
Well, I know your mom's, but I won't say hers. For me, it would just. I like vanilla. Now,
Wrong.
let me tell you why. Because with vanilla, you can pretty much do anything with it. So if I want cookies, I'm gonna put cookies in it. If I want Oreos, put Oreos. It turns into cookies and cream.
It's cookies and cream. I think that is a flavor, though. You know what I'm saying?
That is a flavor, but based off vanilla, if I add a little chocolate sauce and stir it up, it turns the whole thing chocolate. I can do with the vanilla. I can do whatever I want to with it.
Okay, so you just want to be a vanilla alchemist. Gotcha.
That's right. But hers is going to be totally different.
Of course it is.
What is yours, man?
My favorite, all-time favorite flavor. Now, there was a time that I didn't eat ice cream, but I went to Baskin Robbins, the place that has 31 flavors, right? Can't go wrong in Baskin Robbins with 31 flavors.
If you try them all.
And they give you that little bitty tasting spoon, right? And I don't know why in the world they let me taste daiquiri ice. Ooh-wee! If y'all hadn't tasted daiquiri ice, you hadn't had ice cream. So for a long time, that was the only ice cream that I would eat. Now, I've ventured out to vanilla, butter pecan, strawberry, things like that. So I do eat ice cream now, but get me to Baskin Robbins, they already know what I'm going to get.
That's fair. That's fair. It's a decent flavor. Not my favorite. Vanilla, it's alright. Kind of boring. Excuse me.
It's the building blocks of all.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Listen here. Chocolate chip cookie dough unmatched. You will never find a better flavor than chocolate chip. How you gonna look at ice cream and not pick chocolate chip cookie dough out of all the other ones? I don't know.
I'm bypassing it every time.
No way. Are you serious?
Every time.
You what?
Why don't you just get some chocolate chip cookies?
Cause it's not cookie dough. Chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, like it don't get better than that.
No, chocolate chip cookie dough.
But you gotta add the ice cream to it. And then when
It's
you,
gonna be vanilla ice cream.
but when you mix it, you know what I'm saying? When you have that combination, it's just blissful. Like I call it heaven on earth in my opinion.
Hey,
And that's where I stand with that. I'm not saying y'all are wrong. Decent choices,
yeah.
I guess.
We're all entitled.
It's what we want. What we like. So.
One more question.
Is it light or is it heavy? I don't know. Go for it. I got it. Okay.
I had to come up with one I really don't know. I had put best snack of all time, but we just said ice cream.
We did.
So
Let's end it.
yeah,
Okay.
we can come back with when we have more time.
All right.
Y'all got a good outro or? Thank you all for your time. Thank you for viewing this program.
Thank you, guys.
And hope that was a bankable connection for you and for anybody who's listening to you.
People listen to me? Yeah.
See ya.
Shalom.